Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for watching. Today's video I'm using Melt Rust Stack. I have had this for a little while and haven't had a chance to play with it. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love the packaging. They're all magnetized colors, so they just pop together like that. See, I've got the darkest to the lightest coming up here now, and then it's got a little mirror in the top section, which is great, very helpful. I don't know about travel whether these would sort of stay together properly, but for popping on your vanity they're just beautiful. So let's get into the makeup. So I'm going to go in first with Antique, which is an apricot orange colour on a Sigma E40. I'm just going to place that basically all over my eye. Just get a nice wash of colour right down into the inner corner. And blend. I'm just going in the inner corner of my eye, or the inner part of my eye, and just making sure that's definitely covered. So I do want to leave that colour on and not go over that with anything else. I'm just going to go in with Classic, which is a bone yellowy sort of colour on a Dose of Colours blending brush. I'm just going to go over the very outside and the inside just to blur that orange so it's not really harsh out here. Now, I am doing my eyes first today because I am going to be using some darker colours, so I really don't want to mess up any under eye or foundation that I've got on. So I don't usually do this, but if I'm using a really dark colour or glitter or something like that, I will. I'm just going to go into Rubbish, which is a beautiful caramel sort of colour on a Too Faced all over shadow brush. And just on the tip, tap off any excess, and I just want to go into the inner corner here and up into my eyebrow. I want to place the colour down and kind of blend at the same time. Okay, so I'm going to go into the outer corner now. So what I'm going to do with this eyeshadow today is try and create a bit more of an elongated shape to my eye. So I'm going in just the outer corner with that same colour, Rubbish, on the same Too Faced brush. And I just want to start about here, and I just want to pack that colour in. First up. And then I'm just going to start blending with that Too Faced brush. So just in circular motions, just in that same angle on the outer corner there. I'm bringing it right down sort of into my lash line there. I'm just going to extend that and just blend that edge out and upwards. I'm going to grab that E40 and I'm just going to pop a tiny bit of colour on and then just start blending in a circular motion. So blending from the outside in. And then going back into this one, blending from the outside in as well. Okay, so I'm going to go into Rust, and this is a Sigma Tapered blending brush E45. Just got a tiny little point on it. So I'm just going into the point, and I just want to deepen up that outer corner, so I'm coming in just a little bit and laying that down basically in the same shape, same area. And going back in with the E40 and just blending that across. Circular motions from the outside in. I'm going to go in the same brush and the darkest colour, which is called Rott. So on the tip again, in the centre of everything, same shape, and pulling that across the eye line, about halfway. And then going back in with the E40, circular motions, and pull that across just a little bit. I want to go back into Antique on a flat brush. I'm going to use my Makeup Forever 240. I just want to intensify that orange, so just going on an angle in between the two. Lots of colour there, and this is just blending slightly over that brown. Now lastly, I just want to go in with Blacquer from Marc Jacobs and pop that just in the same spot. And I'm going to smudge that out as well. So I just want to pop some on the outer eye line to about halfway. Then I'm going to grab my Sigma E21, go back into that darkest colour, which was Rott, just on the tip, and just go over that. And smudge it upwards. Okay, so I've gone ahead and done the rest of my makeup. So I'm going to go back in with Marc Jacobs Blacquer. I'm just going to do the bottom lash line. So I'm going to pop this on the waterline. And I want to just come down a little bit lower as well. That's pretty messy, but I'm going to go in and smudge it up. It's just so hard when your eyes are so wrinkly and textured. They just bump. Everything just bumps and jumps. It drives me nuts. So rust on the Sigma E21, just on the tip, and I'm just going to go on the very edge of that black. Lace that colour in first up. And then no more product, I'm just going to start smudging that along. Back up into that outer corner there. Just when you get to that corner, just blend that into that outer corner. I'll just keep a towel on my desk because sometimes I just get a build up of product on my brush that I don't want, so I just go in and just give it a wipe. So I'm just going into that waterline with Rott, which was the darkest colour in the stack. And I'm just setting that eyeliner because I do have watering eyes. And I find if you set it with whatever colour you've put underneath there, very similar, just helps it to stay. I'm just going with the Dose of Colours brush. I've got no colour on it, but I just want to go over the very edge of that brown that we put in just to smoke it out just a little bit more so it's not so harsh. Last thing, I'm just going to go back into Antique on a pencil brush from Sigma. I just want to pop a little bit of that in the inner corner and bring that along just a little to match up or meet up with that darker colour. Just finishes that off. Okay, now don't forget, when you're doing dark colours or playing with dark colours, it can be quite scary at first. It still scares me when I go in with dark colours. When you actually finish up everything, put your lashes on, the rest of the makeup on, it all just comes together. So don't be scared and wipe it off and start again. Just keep going and just keep practicing. Because it does come together eventually. Okay, so if you like today's look, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. If you can, subscribe, click on the notifications bell, share with your friends, keep being the best version of you. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.